Oh hello. This is Pixie to another video. There we go. So just going to talk about ritual magic actually. So yesterday I had a pumpkin that someone had given me, and what I had done is I thought we're going to do a pumpkin because, I mean, yeah, I don't mind carving pumpkins, it's a bit of fun. I usually do that so I can eat the inside of them really. Don't need a massive one, but so we've got a fairly sort of large one. And they've already pre-carved it, so. But it's intention, so there's an intention behind it. It was like a collective intention actually. Someone carved it with this gentleman who's got a disability, and you know, he helped sort of guide him to what he wanted put into the face of it. So I thought, well, how do I use it? And I know there's like candle magic where people burn their wishes, but I also made sure that there was blessings in there. So I said nice things about the Creator, and I talked about, I don't know, chaos gods and whatnot. Basically, I kind of left it a kind of an open field really, just to bless all these things. Bless the things from the shadows and above. Something. Give thanks for your existence or something. I don't know. I can't remember what I wrote exactly right, but anyway, so I wrote some nice things, and I said basically what I desire. It's a little group of things that I desire, and they're quite simple. And some of them are actually, you know, they're kind of things like, sometimes people associate wealth only with money, but it could be wealth intellectually, it could be wealth, you know, just so you're not impoverished, basically. You know, this could be lots of things. As long as if you always have fulfillment, and that's really more better than being riches. Riches, you know, basically when you go past the point of your needs, then you start becoming corrupted, or it starts losing loses meaning. You know, it's a bit like this is the problem maybe with people that eat meat, and I'm being one of them, is that we've got free easy access to meat, and there's no achievement in getting it. It's not like I had to hunt something for hours and I respect what I've got, and then I eat it. But I mean, there are certain rules. If I'm going to eat meat, that I should eat all of it, because the animal's being sacrificed, and there's nothing worse than the sacrifice is merely a pleasure of the hunt. Someone tastes it for 5 seconds and throws it away. And you know, it could be the same with vegetables and other things. I mean, they just take it in and stuff into my body. I don't know, throw it away like. So anyway, yeah. So coming back to the pumpkin stuff. You know, in our culture, there's lots of rituals around food and so on. For this pumpkin, I put some incense in it. I put one of my clay moulders, I put on top of it for a bit, almost to give it, bless it with this incense. I was surprised the neighbours didn't complain, it was quite strong. I had about 3 sticks going off, and a candle, and then you might say some sort of prayers. But I think ritualistic or ritual magic works better in groups, and it's usually conducted in groups. Well, my throat's dry for some reason, maybe it's all that bloody incense. Maybe I have to be careful how I speak, maybe it's a curse. All these flies that come out of my mouth. Yeah, pass. Yeah, it's usually conducted as large groups. Think about things like Christmas dinner, all these other things, or pulling wishbones. You know, it's a collective, conscious grouping, and then there's a projection of that group that they want to fulfill this person's wish in some way, but they don't know what it is, and because if they do, they make question what that is. And so sometimes we leave information out, because basically people stabilise and polarise things a bit they come in contact with, which holds them back, and it's a bit like a wave, it goes forwards and backwards. So oh, they should have it, but why should they have that? I wish they could have it, but no, maybe they shouldn't have it. You know, they contradict the contradictory terms we use in ourselves holds us in this kind of balanced field, and so you're not going to project things. It's a bit like, you know, people say they want to win the lottery, but they don't. They just want to win it so they can spend the money. So they want to win it to lose. So they end up projecting the sort of a mixture of losing and winning together. So yeah. So we'll have to see. But I mean, for me, it's not. Well, maybe I'm a bit solo, so it's kind of too much ritual stuff. It's not less like. I mean, I like wearing sort of gems. I like artifacts. I like things like that. I think of interest. That is really scary. Someone stuck a rabbit thing to a pole, and it looks like a real person, a psycho rabbit with a pumpkin on its head. That is mad. Talking about ritual magic, that generates instant fear. It just looks like someone going, "Argh," like with some rabbit ears. They basically used the pole on one of these signs, and then strapped it to it. That's pretty awesome, I guess. Pretty scary as well. Yeah, because we're hitting Halloween now, and what that means. And I think if you like pumpkins, it's really a kind of a Christian ritual thing mixed in. I mean, come over from the States, it's kind of like, oh, it's scary stuff. It's to reinforce certain things. You know, there's the devil. So here's the church. Come to church, and you'll be protected from the devil. And like the devil's become an amalgamation of different ritualistic things. You know, people have their own inner devil. It's the only way they can relate to something that's dark, as if they are dark. That's why sometimes people that are in churches probably could be more dangerous. They believe they're good, but they actually house some strong darkness within them. So yeah, I mean, it's something I'd explore, ritual magic. I wouldn't say I'd rule it out. It's more of a group thing, and also like religion stuff, or even in the media. Is there must be people that consider themselves priests, wizards, or whatever, within the flock. And the flock don't know what's going on. You know, they're all looking at the Eye of Horus or something, and thinking it's a cool kind of media symbol, when actually, you know, giving praise to it, and someone's trying to channel their consciousness into doing something. You know, it's kind of an odd thing. Anyway, this is Peter signing off, and speak to you soon, bye.